Welcome to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I'm your host, the game changer, Wes Troop, and it's time for another random review, which means I take a look at a movie and randomly review it. I know, it's a stretch. So anyway, the last random review I did was Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery. And as I mentioned, I was going to review the trilogy. So that means today I'm going to take a look at the 1999 comedy sequel, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Yeah, baby! After a surprise on his honeymoon, Austin Powers is back in action. Dr. Evil has returned and has traveled back to the 1960s to steal Austin's mojo. Powers goes back to the 60s as well in order to find it. He's assisted by a new partner, Felicity Shagwell, to stop Dr. Evil once and for all. So what did I think of Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me? I thought it's an enjoyable and amusing comedy sequel. There are some who complain about the film recycling most of the jokes from the first film. While they do bring back some of the funnier bits from the original, they also add things to them and change things up a little. Two huge additions are the debut of two classic characters, Dr. Evil's clone, who didn't exactly come out as planned, Mini-Me, and a spy who works for Dr. Evil, known as Fat Bastard. Once again, there are lots of sight gags, including the extremely funny "it looks like a" joke, which is just as hysterical the fourth time you've seen it as the first. There's also a lot of physical comedy, montages, and random musical numbers and cameos. The story of going back to the 60s is fun, and seeing Austin single and back in his element is pleasing. Of course, he begins to have feelings for his new partner, while she has been told not to get too close to Austin. We also see Dr. Evil's shenanigans, which are very funny as well. Between seeing younger versions of his henchmen, confusing people with all his 90s catchphrases, seeing Mini-Me and Scott feud for Evil's love, and a finale which sees him turn the moon into a Death Star, which including a fight between Austin and Mini-Me on the moon base, which is definitely a highlight. Much like the original, there's even more quotable lines that will be known for the rest of time. Mike Myers reprises his roles as Austin Powers, the British spy who time travels back to 1969 to find his mojo. He plays Dr. Evil once again too, Powers' arch nemesis who unravels a new dastardly plan. Myers even portrays a third character, Fat Bastard, who's a mole at the Ministry of Defense and one of Evil's henchmen. Also in the cast, Heather Graham, who looks very yummy here, as Felicity Shagwell, a CIA agent Austin teams up with in 1969, Michael York as Basil Exposition, Austin's handler, Robert Wagner as number 2, Evil's right-hand man, who is also played by Rob Lowe back in 1969, Mindy Sterling as Frau Farbissina, another one of Evil's henchmen that has a surprise or two of her own, Seth Green as Scott, Dr. Evil's son, who develops a hatred for his father's new creation, and Vern Troyer as Mini-Me, Dr. Evil's fierce clone who doesn't speak and becomes Evil's protege. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me has a familiar feel if you've seen the first, but is still filled with many laughs and is an entertaining sequel. I'm going to give it the rating of do it. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. I'll be doing that random review of Austin Powers in Goldmember in the next random review. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. You can like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAlist. Until next time, Troop out.